I am live. Already accidentally shared on the social medias. I actually pressed enter right after I was like done typing it in, or type send it right after typing it in instead of just waiting. But yeah, so we are live and on location. Gonna do some Animal Crossing. Started a bit late today because of just my realization that I need to eat something before stream and didn't really have much in the way of options at home. Which also means I don't think we're doing Smash today, just Animal Crossing. But let's just hop right into said Animal Crossing. And see what we have. Because I believe Red is visiting today. Also wait. Yeah. And the sale is also today, but that's later. We're not going to be getting anything from that sale. Just checking that out. Okay, so July 1st, 407 Trantor. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And let's hop right to it. Okay. So, firstly, do we have anyone new in town? We might. Gwen, Daisy. No, I don't think we do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Okay. Now let's see what we've got here in the mail today. Trilobite. Good stuff. Oh, I'm short on paper. All right, because yesterday was a raffle day, so no, wasn't able to buy any paper. Another. Wait, the first one was a Trilobite as well, right? Yeah, we're getting a lot of these like doubles lately, it seems. And a Triceratops skull, nice. Can never go wrong with a good Triceratops skull. HRA loves my house, but wants me to put my junk away, which I'll be able to do now. And Goose moved to Pretoris. Yeah, we know that. Hey, Nature Ghost Boy, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing? How is your day going? Summer race and on or near July 16th. Expect a long stretch of hot summer days after that. Okay, let's go grab... What do I all have? Ooh, I have a lot of stuff in here to get rid of. How much inventory space do I have? Let's just grab 3 of these fish right now. Don't want to, like, completely fill up my inventory at the moment, but because we're going to be selling all of this as we go around to Nooks. Okay. Nothing of interest there. I'm doing good. Doing good. Yourself? Okay. Got a fossil here. And what was the time on the fish again? Insects I know we don't have to worry about right now because that's all later, right? 7 p.m., 11 p.m., 7 p.m., 7 p.m., yeah. So fish though... Okay, both of them, so medium and huge, where we want to keep an eye out for. Write letter to the museum asking for an identification on this fossil. Oh, that's just a large fish. Not a we are looking for. That's a small fish. Also know what we need. Glowing spot, nice and early. Early in the stream. Add that to my wallet. As you do. Okay. No, still nothing we need as far as the fish go. And over here, probably not. Fish is probably out of... Can't even see the fish, so... Nothing to worry about. Let's chat. A daffodil. Sure. Okay. Actually, no, the correct answer to that is no, I just wasn't blanking on that for a second. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes your brain is just like, what am I being asked? I don't know. We'll just answer the first thing I think to answer. Yeah. Yeah, Iggy's neat. Moved in just a few days ago. Never actually seen... I don't think... Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Iggy before in, like, either, like, any time I've played or watched, like, other streamers play or anything. I could actually read what they say. Like, I read it, it just, like, wasn't clicking in my brain. But yeah, care to chat? That's today, Dizzy. It's also not a clothing sale, Dizzy. It's a carpet sale. But, you know. Also, I don't think we wear the same. Well, maybe. Like, your head's bigger than mine, but body... Can't quite tell. I think your body's bigger than mine, though. I'm not quite as certain. Okay. That's not a money rock. It's not a money rock at all, nor is that. Okay. Wonder where the money rock will be today. Maybe right here. Probably not, though. No. Also wondering if we're gonna get a good turnip price today, a price spike, because we are running close to the end of the week here, and we haven't sold our turnips yet. So I am starting to get a bit worried on that. Especially because, like, Saturday we're not going to have time to sell them. 'Cause Saturday I'm only likely going to be playing Animal Crossing around, like, 9. And then I'll only have an hour until Nooks closes. And that's not going to be enough if we get a price. If we don't get a price spike, it might be enough. It should be enough time. It's just, but if it's a price spike, which is what we want, it won't be enough time. So, yeah. Let's see what we got today, though. Let's see what we've got today. Turnip prices, 155. Is a really good price. Like, that's best price I've seen outside of a price spike. But it's not a price spike. Okay, what do we got up here? Yeah, We know we don't need any of this stuff. I don't even need to bother checking my list. Because I just know, like, I don't need any of that stuff. I know what I need at this point that'll still be sold here. Okay. And let's see what we've got here. Not new. And some ivy paper to add to my paper to use for stuff. And yeah. Onwards and forwards. So still need. Is that the third fossil already? That's the third fossil already. We are just like moving and grooving on the fossils today. Okay. Hey! Croft is actually exiting his house instead of entering his house for once as I come into this acre. That's a difference. Okay. Down into the second quadrant of the town. So we're done exploring the first. I also feel like we found a lot of weeds already. Hey, Tybalt. Thanks. Kind of you to say. Talk to me. Somebody's got a secret. Travel, Tybalt. By the time you read this, I will already be on the train. I am but a troubled traveler who passed a few moments in your home. Remember, an open door is an invitation. Perpetual traveler. The fact that Tybalt doesn't know what that letter is about leads me to, and the fact that the letter seemed to imply that somebody was staying at his house for a short time leads me to believe it was a squatter that he was completely unaware of. And it's kind of a bit weird. Okay. Any goings on? Yeah, okay. Tomorrow he'll mention some going on after, because we have the sale today, so that's why there can't be a any goings on today. That he can, or that he can't mention any goings on today. And then anything lost? Nothing lost, okay. Well, let's be on our way. Forward and onwards, I say. Nice. Got ourselves a money rock. Got ourselves 8 bags of money from the money rock. Going to... Ooh, how much... no. If we could switch, if we could switch the 4 and the 3 and then get like a 21 bells, it would be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As it is though, it doesn't really. It's just whatever. Hey, Gwen. What's the good word? I'm gonna ask you a favor. I don't know. I don't actually have a favor to ask. Talk to me. Don't worry, I'm not going to the sale. I don't need anything from it, so there's little point. With a furniture sale, then maybe. I thought I saw something there. Behind that tree. No, that looks like a small fish. So it's not for me. That's a medium fish, right? It is a medium fish, but just a bass. Not a sweet fish, the one that I need. Not a sweet fish. Not for me. Okay. Onwards and forwards we go. Traveling around, don't you know? I wonder if I'll have anyone living in this acre ever again. Kind of a lonely place to live, because, like... It's... I mean, I guess, like... I was gonna say, because you don't have houses around here, but you do have, you know, Bladder at the museum and the Able sisters at the tailor, so, you know... Wouldn't be that lonely. You still have neighbors. I mean... Blathers lives at the museum, near as I can tell, and... Able sisters live in their shop, and I assume all the post office workers live at the post office, the Nooks live in the shop, cops live at the police station. Where does the mayor live? Does the mayor live outside of town? Or does he live in... I think the mayor lives in the lighthouse, that's my theory. Let's talk. Yeah, my theory is that Tortimer lives in the lighthouse, and that's the reason you can only go into lighthouse when he's gone on vacation, so you can turn on the light. Everything is perfect. Trantor is a very livable place. Love that. Okay. That's a large fish. That's nothing in here. Is our final fossil. Well, final fossil we're gonna find. Unless I happen to get really lucky and find the one that's been missing for, you know. Actually, why am I switching that? One that's been missing for ages. Forever and a day. That's how long it's been missing for. Okay. Now, if you were that fossil, the one that's been missing forever, where would you be? Oh, right there. Okay. Or there. Because, like, it's somewhere in the town. We know that. We just don't know where in the town. Could be here, could be there, could be anywhere. Hey, Winnie. I am not up to anything. No need to be suspicious. Or I'm up to everything. All the need to be suspicious. I don't know, it's one of the two. You know it. And... is Blair around? No, not in right now. So we... also didn't see... Daisy. So Daisy and Blair are still out and about somewhere. Just gotta keep our eyes... Is there no fish in this acre at the moment? Might be behind the tree here. Oh, hey. Work Junior. How's it hanging? Let's talk. Sure. Okay. They do. I've planted dozens of trees myself. Dude, I've planted dozens of peach trees myself in this town. You wanna try ripping me off? That's not gonna work. 'Cause I know what I'm about. Okay. Some people just, you know... I know what this town is about because I built this town with my own 2 hands. Okay, well, all the trees in this town I planted anyway. The rest of the town was, you know, done on its own. When I eventually got up to, I guess, New Horizons, then I could say I built this town with my own 2 hands. But is Chico not in either? Okay, so that's the 3rd person. So Chico, Blair, and Daisy are the 3 villagers I have yet. Oh, well, here's Daisy. Let's chat. Oh, she knows Bob from my other town, the one that is currently on my Wii backed up, but I don't have a memory card to put it on. Yeah. Although Bob really keeps in touch with people regardless, but... Okay. Nice stroll. That's all. Yeah, fitness is important, I suppose. Not very good at it, but, you know, in theory it's important. Okay. We already talked to Bubbles. There's Chow. And I saw both the other 2 I still need to talk to over there. What's up? Oh, that wasn't me, I swear. And here's Blair. What's up? Okay. Sure. As long as it's not... See... That's... I mean, no, it's pretty easy to find a peach tree here. I, you know, planted dozens of them myself. At least she's not overcharging like, Wart Jr. was there. What's up? And there we go, we've talked to all my villagers. And... let's go, let's go to the post office and send my mail. Something I've been increasingly forgetting to do. I think part of it is because, well, I mean, the thing is though, this isn't new. Like, I've been playing this game for this character and villager for like half a year at this point. First of all, we have a letter to save. I think I'd remember it by now, but like my old Trantor, the one that I lost, in that one, I had a setup where, like, the path I took running through the town ended with the, post office acre, I think. It's been a while since I lost that town, like a year since I lost that town, so I don't remember for certain. But I think that was the case, which made it a lot easier for whatchamacallit, a lot easier for remembering to, you know, send them my mail. Okay, let's go and I guess sell the rest of the junk in my house. And then we're going to head over to Pretoris. Oh, that is a medium fish, so could be a sweet fish. No, just a dace. Just a dace. Living its dace life. 2 letters from Tybalt and Daisy. Daisy? Tybalt. It's like I'm psychic or something. Or I just, you know how this game works. And because I sent them letters yesterday. Okay. So let's grab some of this junk. So we have, what, another 5 spots in my inventory. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to sell all that, then we'll head over to Pretoris and check out things there. Fingers crossed we get a good turnip price, like a price spike. I mean, we have a good turnip price here, but we kind of, it's not a spike. But yeah, I think tomorrow, even if we don't have a spike, I think we're going to sell tomorrow, assuming we don't get a spike today yet, in Pretoris. Just because it's Saturday, I'm not going to have time, because, yeah. So yeah, that's the best option. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, just, well, I can't. Just gonna put that in one of the letters. We can't put fish to a letter. There we go. That way we can just grab all of this stuff. Yeah. Yes, I'd like to sell. $57.75. Quite nice. Oh, look at my money. If I only had like 4 more bells. We're at like almost all 6s. I don't know why I clicked that. Like to sell is what I wanted to do. A 3 shirt. Okay. Now we're gonna head over to Pretoris and yeah, see what we've got over there. See what we've got going on. Yeah. Ugh. Still need to figure out what I'm doing for the Star Wars RPG this Saturday. I have a bunch of ideas of things I want to do. I just, which one do I want to do this Saturday? Or do I just, like... Last Saturday I just went and, like, kind of made something up on the spot. Pulling back the curtains, revealing the secrets. Yeah. I've actually been doing a decent chunk of non Star Wars RPG writing, actually writing for my series that I'm started writing. I've actually been doing a decent chunk lately. I have what? How much do I have written? Do I? I don't feel like opening up to check the word count or anything, but yeah, it's going along quite nicely. Sorry for the yawning. Oh, it's rain. Ooh, it's thunderstorming here in Praetoris today. Okay. Let's see what we've got now. Firstly and foremostly, let's check message board. Yep, that's pretty much the same message we had, or is the same message we had in Trantor, I guess, other than, it's saying Praetoris instead of Trantor, but... Okay, we got a toilet, and a bad Barella for sale, or in the dump, that we can sell. Okay, let's see what we got at Nooks now. What do we have at Nooks today? Hey. Other things. First, turnip prices. Bazinga, we're selling turnips today. Okay. Like to sell those. That's awesome. That means we don't have to worry about turnips after today. Okay, what do we have up here? Nothing that we need. Okay. So, first of all, we're going to go check, how do I want to do this now? First, let's just check, oh, first of all, let's go check for Red, right, because Red's in town. D2, okay, Mighty Ducks. Okay, and anything lost? That would be just the turnips, okay. D2 is right there, okay, so let's check along the ocean for Gulliver, and then we'll go over to Red, see if he has anything we need. Sure, let's grab Glowing Spot, and then we'll be selling our turnips, which we've got a lot of them, so should get a decent profit. Hey Alfonso, what's a good word? Well, I hope you're right, Alfonso. Ah. Did not mean to do that. Okay. I can't not, though, now that I've said, so where does Tangy live? Okay. First, we're going to quickly check this. Let's check what they've got here at the at Reds. Okay, this I am going to open my furniture list for, just to be extra. Wait. That's a backyard pool, right? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Awesome. Awesome possum. That robo clock, yeah, that I already have. And I have all the paintings, so... we got some progress going. Okay, let me just... I want to look through my list now to see... so red, we still need from red the blue bed. Is there another thing we still need from red? Or was that it? Oh, was... yeah, because... we got the super toilet. I think it was a super toilet that we got for winning the fishing tourney. I think I may have... yeah, I think it's just the blue bed that I still need. That's a red... that's an item from red. Furniture from red. And then, there's the rubber tree, which we can still get from Nooks. And otherwise, it's mostly like stuff like holidays and like other like stuff like that. Or from like the igloos or the campers or whatnot. Awesome. Wow, we are moving and grooving. He's laughing, but I'm the one that, I mean, whatever, he made some money off of me. I got one step closer to 100% completion. So who is the real winner here? Me. Quite clearly me. Oh no, don't tell me Tangy isn't home. Fudge. Well, I'm not gonna go all looking around for. Okay, I'm gonna drop my stuff here. I'm going to sell this backyard pool. And then we're gonna start working on the turnips. Like to sell... 247, okay. Then I think, yeah, what we're gonna do is we're going to start dropping our... well, we're gonna drop some of my money that I'm carrying, my wallet over here. Where do I want to do this? Like that. And now let's get going on selling those turnips. So let me just bring up this and let's get started. So Rainy day, yep. And thunderstorm at that. Welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing today? So I have room for, well, yeah. A bunch of these turnips. And another, what, 2 more. So let's go. You're doing good. Good to hear. I am doing good myself. Just selling some turnips here for massive profits. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely a very fun game. Definitely quite enjoy it. Let's just let's grab. I'm gonna have to drop a bunch of these because I won't be able to sell them all in one go because I won't be able to fit the money in my inventory. Let's go with. Let's see if we can do that. Probably not, but I'm gonna try. Like to sell. Yeah, no. Okay. Will 6 work? Or is that still going to be too much? What are we thinking? Still going to be 2. Yep. Okay. Five, hopefully 5 actually, because we have room for, you know, 15 in my inventory. So if I come up here with a full set, I drop like 10 of them, going 5, and then 5, and then 5. That's probably how we want to do this. Let's see if this works, though. Yes, also that worked. Wow, that's a heck of a lot of money, and we've only just begun. So, as per usual, what we're going to be doing with when we sell turnips here in Praetoris is we're going to just, you know, fill up this acre with money, and then we'll be bringing it back a little bit at a time throughout the week. Because this is a heck of a lot of money. Awesome. My one worry here, we'll see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is because no, actually it'll be fine, never mind. So we still had 2 open spots in my inventory after last, so the fact that I have a bit more money still in my wallet means it's not going to be an issue. Yeah, because we know how much money we can carry with like maxed out full inventory, and wallet is over $500,000. That's what we use for keeping track when we're selling or buying turnips. someone behind me? Yes, there is. Okay. Just curious. We are making our. See, this is why I am so rich and now getting richer. This should put us close to 90 million. Golden statue, yes, a golden statue. Forgot to do a thing. Okay, we'll just forgot to drop those bags of money, but we'll just put those both in the letters for the moment. Hey, Ironyoshi, you can smell the outside from inside. Oh yeah. How well are you doing? How's Thursday treating both of you? Welcome on into Death Dude and Ironyoshi. Maybe he just has a powerful sense of smell. Game audio is a little off. Feels. Let's see here. That should be better. Yeah. No, the window isn't open. Might be coming from the AC. Oh yeah. Certainly a possibility. What kind of smells of outside are you smelling? And two more. Okay, and then let's go grab the next set of turnips. Because we got a bunch still to go. And yeah. Undefinable. Okay. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. I might be like, why don't you just bring an extra 2 with you and just put them in the letters? Well, because you can't mail turnips or living things. Just in case anybody's curious about that. It's also how we know that ghosts are turnips, because when you're playing that game with Wisp, where he asks you to find those, like, wisps, those little ghost thingies or whatever, if you try putting one of them in a letter, it tells you the same thing. And since ghosts very clearly aren't living things, they are logically turnips. Smells kind of cold, maybe a bit moist. Might just be the AC. Yeah, that could just be the AC. Definitely possible. Okay. Yes, I'd like to sell. Yep, all of them. We are getting richer today, folks. Because that should be putting us close to 90 million bells. So then one more big turnip sale, which won't be next week because we're not buying turnips this Sunday. But if we manage following week, hopefully. We'll see how it goes. Shouldn't be too long until we get our get up to 100 million. As we want to do. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But yeah. Definitely glad though that we had the price spike today. Because it just means we got it over and done with now, get it dealt with, and that money will still be the money will be slowly moved back, like over the course of the next however long it takes me to move all this money back to my main town. For anyone new here, this is not my main town. The reason it's a weed-filled like mess is precisely because this is just my secondary town, which I don't especially care about taking care of. Okay. And thank you for that follow, Hector. Very much appreciated. How's it going? Welcome on in. Okay. You're heading out now? Okay, no worries. Thanks for stopping by, Iron Yoshi. Have a good rest of your day. This one here. And yeah. Like to sell all of these turnips for all of the money. Nope, nothing else. And Hannah, welcome in with that raid. How's it going? How are you doing? Welcome in, Hannah. How was your stream? Doing some more Link's Awakening speed runs, I assume. And MJ, how's it going? How are you doing? Just give a shout out. Piece of Hannah. There we go. More or less. I saw a bit while I was getting ready for a stream, because you had your stream on auto host when I was getting ready, but yeah, we're just here doing some selling of the turnips today because I got price spike today, 900 some bells per turnip, and I have, well, I spent like about 1 million bells, or 2 million, a little over 2 million bells on turnips this past Sunday, so we're just going through and getting those all sold. And yeah, making ourselves richer and richer. Should put me at about 90 million bells, but yeah. Hey, I forgot about it. What happened to who? What are you talking about? Yeah, that is a heck ton of bells. Oh, if you're talking the villager, I spent a lot of time on the island and got really tanned. Because, yeah. Because in this game, yeah, if you go to the island, and assuming you're not using an umbrella. Apparently if you're using an umbrella, it doesn't happen, but spend time there and you get a massive tan. So yeah, this is the money I've made so far today. Yeah. Yep. So, we'll drop those and that one. We can only sell them 5 sets at a time, or else I do not have room in my inventory for all the money. Yeah. Yes, sell them all. Okay. So pretty much... And we're dropping all the money, yeah, by the, knew with the gyro face, but didn't know with the tan, yep. Ah. Wrong button. So yeah, we're dropping it all here by the, train station, just because, like, you know, that way it's... Oh. That way it's right where we need to go to pick it up and such. Although I won't be bringing it all, because this is my secondary town for anyone just coming in and such. So eventually all this money I'm going to be bringing back to my main town a little bit at a time, but not all at once. It'll just be kind of like each time I visit the town, I'll just come back with however much money I can carry. That's kind of what works the best to do it. Plus also, if I still, which based on how much money we already got there and how much money we're going to have by the end of this, honestly, a lot of this money will probably still be here by the next time I buy turnips, which won't be this Sunday. This Sunday I'm not playing in the morning, but by the next Sunday probably, so if I end up buying turnips here again on that Sunday, whatever that is, the 11th, I think. If I buy turnips on the 11th, a lot of this money will still probably be here, which will make it easier to do that then. Okay, let's actually just go and do, let's do... Yeah. Because in this game you have your... Once you've paid off your final debt, you get a savings account at the post office, which you can get up to... The max you can save up in there is 999,999,999 bells. And if you save up that much, you get the post office model. And because I'm going for 100%, that means I need the post office model, so we need to get all the money we can. Time the turnips come. Joan sells turnips Sunday morning from, I think it's 6 a.m. to 12 noon. I know for sure 12 noon, but I'm not entirely certain on the start time. I think it's 6 a.m. Okay, so we've got all of our turnips out of this acre. So F1 is done. And yeah. So where do we have? Here we go. on to F2, which is, I think, the biggest acre worth of turnips. Actually, let's grab these ones that are technically these ones are in E2 because we're to them along the edge, but yeah. Also, I say until you can still buy turnips from Joan until 12. Technically, you can go once you hit 12 o'clock. If you are in an acre with Joan, she won't disappear until you leave the acre. So, because that's actually something I did this past Sunday, was just made sure I had a ton of money with me in the acre, so I could. Oh, I still had more turnips here. Do I don't have enough room to drop these all. Let's just clear out this. But yeah. Another girl leaves at 12 noon New Horizons. Yeah, 12 noon. That part I am sure of, because I'm always like, well, like I said, as long as you're in the same acre, she won't just disappear in this one. Because that's what I do, is I just, if I'm getting close to 12, just grab all the money I can and drop it in the acre, and then just start, like, buying en masse. And then once I've run out of money, then it's just like, okay, now move on. But yeah. Let's get rid of the rest of these weeds here. So yeah, we're easily filling up this train station acre, and we're going to have to fill up more. Acres yet, because we have only just begun. Yeah. And New Horizons, it's a lot more efficient to do this stuff, because you don't have because you have a much bigger inventory. So that's kind of the annoying thing about this, just of like the inventory size and such. It definitely takes a while to get this all done, but it's fine, because like this is Animal Crossing is all we're playing on stream today anyway. So just gonna go until it's done, and then yeah. Which also hopefully won't go too long though, because I do still want to watch the new episode of Loki yet today. That one that came like yesterday. Haven't seen it yet. Generally Thursdays when I watch it, so hopefully I still have time. So I have all the weeds back here. Okay, okay. So we are... Yeah, this is how you really... So, what's the most amount of money anyone else has ever had in an Animal Crossing game? Because like I said, New Horizons, I've seen people go a lot higher, a lot quicker. But I've never played New Horizons myself. I've only played this Animal Crossing. So... Oh, I guess I played Pocket Camp, and there I have probably more money, because, like, bells, not... Obviously, there's also leaf tickets in Pocket Camp. But that's real. That's with the real money. Well, mostly you can get some leaf tickets through gameplay stuff, but mostly that's Yeah, but this is definitely the most money I've ever had in an Animal Crossing game, is the one how much I've had in here, which with the money I'm getting today, like I said, it'll put me at about about 90 million. And with that money, well, put me closer to getting the post office model. One step at a time. Okay. Ball's gonna be empty before the stream is gonna have to go grab myself something else to drink at some point. Okay. So it is important to stay hydrated. Start going down this way. Actually, let's go over here. And did we have more there, or did I have to go grab another batch now? Okay, now I go grab another batch. So after we went a bit to go grab another batch early last time, I want to make sure. Because it doesn't matter too much, but... And thank you for that follow, Artful Fan. Very much appreciated. Welcome on in. How's it going? How are you doing? Okay, let's grab what's, like I said, up here, since that's technically different acre. Okay, now we can work our way through F2 here, which is, I believe, the acre that has the most, because that was the one we finished in a week. Whereas, like, in F1, which we already finished now, in F3, each of those we spent, like, 1 full inventory's worth of money. But for F2, we spent 2 full inventory's worth of money, because I was getting close to 12, so I just brought all that into that acre and was like, okay. And then just went until I was out of money. Okay. And yeah. Like to sell all of that. We have a deal. Okay. 500,508. And yeah, so, ooh, mosquito there. As we go into, you know, turn all of this, all these turnips into bells. It's a slow process, but it's still faster than the actual, like, buying turnips process. Which is good, because buying turnips is definitely a bit of a slow process. We have to move my stuff out of this acre, because we're not going to have enough. We're going to be filling up this whole acre with money yet. So I think I'm going to move this stuff over here. Yeah. Because generally if I'm filling up with money after like buying turnips, what I do is I like start with this acre, then go here, here, here. I don't know. Here, then I think wouldn't actually go over the shop just because I like to keep that open in case. Well, like I'm buying turnips like or selling turnips like I am today, that I can drop some of them outside. Wait, did I finish off the ones I had there already? My brain is just not here today. No, I did not. Only did one set of them, in fact. Okay. So what's everyone up to today? Anyone do anything interesting? Anything fun? Yeah. I mostly just like did a lot of like, you know, chores, or like behind the scenes stuff for stream, did some writing. So yeah, it'll be after stream where I'll be, you know, hopefully watching some the new Loki and some other MCU stuff for fun. I've been watching through Hellstrom recently. I'm what, 4 episodes in, I think? So that I'll be continuing with as well. And also, I've been doing a rewatch of Inhumans, which isn't as bad as some people like. Like obviously it's like one of the weakest of probably the weakest of the Marvel shows, but it's still, you know, it's not like absolutely terrible or anything. Just not as good as it should have been. Okay, I'd like to sell. Yep. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. So everyone else been watching recently as far as movies, TV, or whatever, or, you know, reading, playing, you know. Like, for me, for playing, it's pretty much stuff that I play on stream, like, don't do much, don't really do much gaming outside of stream these days. Yeah. Reading, I've been doing the occasional reading of some Star Wars books. When I have time. Which isn't as often as I would like, but, you know, it is what it is. Okay, I think now we need to go grab some more turnips. Need to get all of the all those turnips sold. And yeah. Alfonso. Hopefully I do see what's her name? Yeah, Tangy, since I accidentally asked for work from Alfonso. He's like, hey, could you pick up this thing from Tangy for me? So hopefully we got to do that at some point. So you want to buy her house. I don't feel like going and searching the whole town for her. How much do we have there? That much, this much, that much, and then a few in the lost and found. Actually, would it be quicker to just run up this way? Yeah, I think it might. I think it is a little quicker. No, actually, I honestly don't know if it makes too much of a difference, but I think it might make us. Well, whatever. We did it, so it is what it is. Okay, let's sell. Got more turnips for you, Nuck. All the turnips. Just for you. Yes. It's a good thing he doesn't have, like, a cap. Like, okay, that's all you can sell for today. Because... yeah... that would be kind of annoying if that was a thing. What the? Why didn't that one drop there in the first place? That's what I want to know. Oh well. Is what it is. Okay. I think I can just drop all 9 in one go. I think I'm standing in good spot for that. Yes, indeed. Awesome. If only it was this easy to make money in real life. Like... that would be nice. That would definitely be nice. Just go and be like, okay, selling this, selling that, selling all of this and that. Okay. No, nothing else. Well, yet. Don't worry, I'll be back many more times today, Nook. We've got all of the turnips in the world to sell. Just all of them. He who controls the turnips controls the world. Okay. And we definitely control the turnips at the moment. Oh, I mean, Joan controls the turnips even more so, but because she's the one we get them from. Look at the mosquito trying to get close enough to bite me. Silly mosquito. Not going to work. Oh, that's the end of that set. See, this is moving along at a decent pace. And we kind of got the whole routine down to a science. And yeah. Okay. As many as we can get around here. Not a bunch. Continuing on down this way. Here. That was the last of that set, so let's go grab the next. And, you know, we're moving along fairly nicely. So we had bought turnips when they were 118 bells pop, and today they are selling for, what is it? What's 8 times 8 is 64, so 880 plus 64 is 944, I think. So my math is right. I think that's what at the top. I think that was what Nook had said, so that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, and that's the way if you want to. Now, I don't know exactly how it works, the exact specifics in the other Animal Crossings. Like with as far as like price patterns and whatnot. But in this game, what you want to be doing every week, you want to be buying about at least every week you can buy approximately the same amount of turnips, or like worth of turnips. Like spend approximately the same amount of turnips, I should say. Because I generally like to spend about a little over 2 million bells worth on turnips whenever I can, which gives me well, these exact amount will vary depending on, like I said, what they're selling for. But then each day during the week, check if you get a price spike where the price is 8 times what you what Jonah had been selling them for the past Sunday. Also, because I have 2 towns, what I do is on Sunday there I buy whichever town is cheaper. So this past Sunday wasn't a big difference, like it was 118 in this town, 121 in my other town. But by doing that, like, if I buy in the cheaper town and then get a price spike in the one where it was more expensive, I can get even more than 8 times profit. That wasn't the case this past week, as you can see, because I bought them in this town, selling them in this town, so it's just, you know, multiplying my money by 8, not actually by more. But I've definitely gotten, like, I think, like, upwards of, like, 12 times as much money as a result of that, if I have a big enough difference between my 2 towns, which is always amazing. And yeah. Now, of course, what that also means is you can end up with, like, having times where it's just like yeah, like this, where it was like prices were pretty much the same, so it didn't really matter too much. And now you might, yeah, but also that's the thing. During the week, if you buy turnips, if you're trying to, like, just get a ridiculous amount of money, don't sell unless for a price spike. You get a price spike. Unless it's Saturday. Saturday you sell regardless, because if you had Saturday and you haven't had a price spike, well, I mean, they're going to go bad after Saturday. So Saturday you sell regardless. But otherwise you wait until you get a price spike, because you might be like, well, if I get a little bit of a profit, isn't that better than getting no profit? Technically, yes. But the little bit of profit you get isn't going to be better than well, like the amount you miss out on by missing a price spike is more than you would miss out a lot more by doing it that way if you like sell for a small profit and then get a price spike later in the week, which is why you don't want to do that. Because the single price spike, if you're buying like spending about the same amount each week on turnips, one price spike, at least like in this game at least, where it's 8 times, covers something like 2 months of selling at a loss. So like more than covers, I think, two months. I think it was 2 months. I could be wrong the exact amount of time, but it's definitely a large period of time. And if you're not getting a price spike even once in that period of time, then you are just like getting supremely bad RNG. So yeah. Now something like New Horizons, it's a bit different because I know there's like things you can do to track your what turnip prices are going to be throughout the week or whatever, and which become more accurate as the week goes on and you input more data points. So I don't know exactly what the best strategy is in New Horizons, but here in the original Animal Crossing, that's what you want to do. Just like go spend a consistent amount every week on turnips. In my case, like I said, not quite every week because I can't manage. And the thing is, if you have multiple towns, even better, because that way, even aside from like what I was saying about the thing with having, you know, buying where it's cheaper and then selling where it's worth more or whatever. Even aside from that, there's just the fact of that's doubles your chances of getting a price spike if you have 2 towns. Triples your chance if you have 3 towns. And so on and so forth. The more towns you have, just the better chance you have. Which is also why, like, if I get a price spike in a town where it's less, I don't, like, hold off and wait for a price spike in a better one, because that's too risky. Like, if I get a price spike in one, even if it's a cheaper one, that's the one I go for. And that is how I've gotten my riches. I'm at, well, what I'm getting from this should put me at about 90 million bells total, because I was at 70 some. I'll probably still be a little under 90 million, but getting close. Closer and closer and closer we get. Once we reach 100 million bells saved up, we get the mailbox as like a piece of furniture. And then it's at once you get all of the money you can saved up, which is, you know, just one short of billion. At that point is where you get the post office model. It's also quite telling that, you know, it stops just short of you getting a billion bells in your savings. I mean, technically, in your savings plus whatever you have on you, you can be just over a billion, but like, not by too much. Because what you can carry on you basically works out to a little over 500,000. Carry, like, you know, well, in your wallet you can get 99,999, and then 30,000 bags times 15 slots in your inventory. I guess if you have 10 letters and you can put 30,000 bag in each of those, but you know, you can get a decent chunk of change on you. But yeah. Okay, that acre is filled up. Let's start filling up on this acre. And yes, awesome. Just trying to get the border of the acre just right for this. We're gonna have to get rid of a lot of these weeds to see. This is how I do occasionally clean up this town to store my money. Okay. Yeah, because we're gonna have probably that acre at least close to filled, maybe fully filled, and maybe start another acre. Hey, Star Guider, welcome in. How's it going? How are you doing? How goes your Thursday? My Thursday's going great, though, personally, because I've got a good turnip price here, so I'm just selling my turnips for massive profits. Wrong amount. Bad, been stressing for months because you don't know how to stream. Well, what do you need to? What do you not know about how to stream? Feel free to ask any questions and I will answer if I can. Like to sell all these turnips. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's just drop those. And one here. One here behind the tree. That was all I... Okay, let's go grab the next batch. Over this way. Yeah. And, how to use Streamlabs, OBS, and using Elgato capture card. You need an actual setup, like what is a good PC to use? You got a $1,500 budget. I am not the best person to ask that. Pretty much, I just like asked people, and I, you know, had a friend tell me, okay, here's a setup you should go for, and I just went with exactly what he told me. But yeah. so this is F2 done. But I mean, like, what kind of computer do you have right now? Because I would say just, like, start with whatever, like, computer you currently have, and, see how that works. Because, like, this computer that I'm using, I only built this last year. Prior to that, I was using an iMac since I started streaming. Because you use what you got, and then see how it goes, and then from there figure out like when you need to improve stuff. Like you don't have a computer at all? What am I doing? I need to drop this stuff outside. Because I do not remember off the top of my head what part... Because I built my PC, but I can't remember off the top of my head what parts I got. I have to like look around to find that. Yeah. No. Huh. Well, yeah, like I said, I'm not the best person to be asking that kind of question. I'm not really very computer, like I'm not very hardware savvy person. But yeah. Yeah, like I'd look her. Yeah. I mean, I'd look at, I know a lot of streamers do have, stuff listed, like, in their panels and such about what kind of computer they use, what components it has, so I go into that, especially, like, depending on what exact... Well, I mean, you said an Elgato, so I'm assuming you're going to be doing, console gamings and stuff. I use Windows, yes, but I used Mac for most of my streaming career. It's only in the past year that I've had a PC with Windows on it. And Windows definitely makes things easier. With Mac, there was a lot of stuff where I had to figure out workarounds and, like, alternate ways of doing stuff because, like, certain stuff just, you know, a lot of programs just don't have Mac versions, or stuff isn't optimized for Mac or whatnot. So if you're going for streaming, I would definitely go for Windows, not Mac. But yeah. I prefer Mac for other stuff, which is why I want to eventually get myself a Mac again. I actually got very lucky in that, because like I've been planning to get a PC for streaming for a while, still with the intent of using my Mac for other stuff. But this was a Mac that I got back in like 2011, so it was like 9 years old, and like last year. And then shortly after I got this PC, the Mac decided to die on me. So I was very lucky I got the PC when I did, so I wasn't without a computer at all. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think some stuff I've heard these days, though, you might be better price-wise going with a pre-built computer to building your own. So that's something to consider. Not tech savvy either, yeah. Yeah, that's why I was very glad when I needed one. A buddy of mine was just like, okay, get this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And then, yeah, okay. There may have been more of this than there were actually parts. I just, you know, said end this a bunch, but I wasn't exactly counting. Okay. Cause yeah, like with software, I'm decently good at like toying around with stuff to figure out how to get stuff to work. With hardware, it's always like, well, that's always something I found a bit trickier. But not that I would exactly say I'm like an expert when it comes to like software either, but just like software, it's easier to toy around with less risk of like, well, software you don't have to like, you know, buy first of all, necessarily depending on what kind of software, but like, you know, you just, I guess it depends on software, but you can just kind of you have it and you play around with it and such. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I think I had a point, but I think I'm forgetting what it is. But I do definitely wish you luck. And yeah. Because streaming can definitely be a very fun and rewarding thing to do. And like, I know it's definitely helped me with like, you know, well, amongst other things, catching up on my backlog. So many games that were just sitting like, that I've just been, you know, sitting on, hadn't been playing since I bought, or like played maybe once when I bought, and then just kind of were like, okay, I'll come back to this later. And now it's like, okay, now with streaming, later is happening more often. I'm actually going through and getting through, beating all these games I own slowly but surely. And then also just, you know, working here on 100%ing Animal Crossing. As you do. As most people don't do, but as I do. Like to sell all these turnips. A lot of games that don't have much motivation to play, yeah. Because, like... Excuse me, 1 second. I know with playing games off stream, sometimes it's like, you know, you start up a game, and if you're not feeling it within 5 minutes, you just kind of put it aside, plan to maybe come back to it later. But like with streaming, it's like, well, no, like I've started, you know, I'm playing this on stream. I need to at least give it a good, like, you know, at least a couple hours or whatever. And then you find that, you know, even if you weren't feeling within the first 5 minutes, sometimes you are with, like, after, like, you know, half an hour or 20 minutes or whatever. And if you aren't, you know, it's fine. Like, when you do start streaming, if you're ever playing a game and you just end up feeling like, no, this isn't right, then perfectly fine to move on and not continue with it. Because not every game is for every person, and some games even aren't necessarily for people just for on stream. Like, I know there's certain people that like love certain games, but just it's like playing it on stream just isn't how they want to experience it. Which isn't really the way I do things. Like, pretty much the only reason I don't play games on stream is if it's something that I can't stream for, like, generally technical reasons. Like, at the moment I can't stream, like, DS or 3DS games, although I'm hoping to eventually change that. And yeah. Because otherwise, I much prefer playing games on stream, because then I also have, like, the video I can go back to if I want to go back and check, hey, how did I do this? Or how did that work? Or, especially because I'm like working on 100% in games, it's like, also like, did I do this already? Let's go check. Or just all the different stuff. Okay. Yeah, 3DS, you need to get a capture card installed in the 3DS itself. So basically, like, you have to open it up and, like, connect a custom-made, like a capture card that's custom-made for the 3DS, connect it to it and such. Yep. I am, well, actually, no, I was going to say I am doing this on a GameCube, but technically I'm doing this on a Wii, but it's still, like, yeah, because I have a composite to HDMI adapter. There are also, like, my old capture card could actually take, well, technically it took it took composite and component inputs as well as HDMI. But I don't think those kind of capture cards are made anymore that'll take, at least I don't know if they're, maybe they are still made by someone, capture cards that'll actually take the composite cables. Yeah, my old capture card would take composite cables, but it also had a bit of a delay, which is why I don't use it anymore. Let's go grab some more turnips. But yeah, 'cause my eventual goal is to be able to stream from every system. Because I'd love to just be able to stream, like, any game. Because right now I'm able to stream from original Nintendo, Super Nintendo, N64, GameCube, Wii, Wii U, Switch, original Xbox, PS3, and thanks to the fact that I have a Game Boy player for my GameCube, I'm able to stream Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance. And then, of course, I'm able to stream PC games and iPhone games. I think that's all I'm able to stream at the moment. Most, in part because, you know, of what systems I have, because, like, I don't... The reason I said, like, original Xbox and PS3, but not any of the other Xbox or PlayStations, is because I don't have any of the other Xboxes or PlayStations. I have an Atari 7800, but I haven't been able to get that... get that streaming. In theory, I should be able to hook that up through VCR and then do composite output from the VCR to the composite HDMI adapter to the capture card. But when I tried that previously, it wasn't working. So I don't know if it's just the VCR I have doesn't work, or if it's something else that I'm missing. Had a Mac, but it broke the battery. Oof. Yeah, actually, my old MacBook, because I've had two Macs, a MacBook and an iMac. The MacBook is from 2006, and I actually technically still have it. Well, I still have it, but the battery kind of started expanding on me at one point, so I took it out. So even though it's a laptop, I can only use it while it's plugged in these days because I don't have a battery for it. I don't actually ever use it because it's from, like, you know, 2006, so it's kind of out of date at this point regardless, but you know, yeah, it's a decent, yeah, my iMac, though, that, it just, one time I started up and turn on and it wouldn't go past the startup screen no matter what I did. Luckily, I eventually, like, I found I could boot it into I forget what it's called, but it's the thing where it's like the command line, is that maybe what it's called? I don't know. Where it's just like, you know, where you just like enter text commands, but there's no actual like graphics interface. I could load it into that, and through that I was able to like get all my files off it, transfer them to a external hard drive, which is also actually very lucky because this was like, I just bought myself an external hard drive like shortly before this, so like, as terrible as it was that it stopped working on me, at the very least it happened at like a time that it was like, I had another computer, I had an external hard drive I was able to use to transfer all the files from the Mac to my new computer and such. So like, it was terrible that it happened, but at least it happened at a time where I was able to like have minimal interruptions all my life and such. So yeah. Oh. 6 o'clock. Don't even know the components of the computer, you just bought one? Like, you just bought one while we've been talking? Or do you mean like the Mac you were talking about that broke the battery? First Mac you bought. Okay. Yeah. I realized, like, because the fact you said I just bought one, like, because of the... You were meaning just in a, you know, the different sense or whatever, and I realized that, like, after I heard my first... But on my first video, was just like, you know, just bought it as a just now type thing. I'm like, wait, what? Okay, that was fast. But no, that makes more sense. Like to sell. But yeah, and when I bought my MacBook, I don't even remember the specifics, that was so long ago. When I bought the iMac, it was kind of like, okay, I was looking over, I mean, because, well, with Mac, you kind of have limited options anyway. It's like, okay, do you want this size or that size? Do you want this size hard drive or that size? Like, so you kind of just go with, you know, just kind of choose based on the options or whatever, especially if you're going from like the website. If you're going, I guess, buying it at a store, you're just limited to whatever they have at the store, but if you're buying from the website, it gives you like the various things where you make the choices, and some many of which, you know, will affect the price, but yeah. With PC, it's so much more complicated because, like, okay, it's like you can customize literally, like, everything. Only bought your Mac because it had a touch bar. Okay. Yeah, see, I bought a Mac because, well, yeah, because when like, growing up, my family always had PCs with Windows and such, but I'd had there have been a few times I'd used them. Oh, when I moved out, right, one of my roommates had a Mac or whatever, and just I found using Mac I just liked so much better than Windows, so decided to go with that. And then also, honestly, I like the fact that, like, it's, you know, less customizable than, like, PC. Like, yeah, there's, like, you know, a few things where you make the choice, but overall it's a lot, you know, with PCs it's almost like there's too much choices, too much options, and I just get overwhelmed with it and such. Which is why I pretty much had to go and just ask a friend. It's like, well, technically I just posted, like, on Twitter and Discord, various places, and then had a friend respond in one of them, but yeah, it was just like, yeah. And then I'm just go with exactly that. And having now, like, done that once and built a PC once, if I have to do it again, I might be able to, you know, go through things a bit more. Oh, I need to drop some of these outside. Figure things out a bit more, like, beyond just, you know, doing exactly what I'm told, just because it's like, okay, now it's like, I understand at least a little bit more, but I still would need, like, you know, a starting point, like recommendations and whatnot. And yeah. But that also wouldn't be for a very long time, because, like, I can't afford to, like, I mean, I can't afford pretty much anything at the moment. Currently I'm like over $900 over budget, just from, like, normal living expenses and whatnot. Hopefully by the end of this month I should be a bit closer. I don't think I'm going to be back to being on budget by the end of this month, but I should at least be closer by the end of this month. What's the difference between a 770 processor to a 900 processor? And it's like they're telling a story. A story in a language you don't even understand. Yeah. And then they're like, okay, so do you understand what I said? And you're like, well, I understood the first sentence where you're like, okay, so here's what's going on. After that, it's all a blur. Okay. Yeah. Different people have different skill sets, and the problem with, like, being a streamer is you need to have about, like, 50 different skill sets, and so basically what you do is you try to focus on the ones you're good at, get, like, the minimum amount you need for the ones that you're not, and get help if you can, but a lot of times it's just like, okay, you just kind of live with what, you know, you try your best and deal with what you get. Okay. Yeah, we've got another acre full of turnips here, or money here. like my skills as a streamer is like going through and just like doing ridiculous stuff in video games. Like this. Look at all this money I have here. Well, I could transfer this money into real life. I don't know if the exchange rate is between bells and Canadian dollars, but... But I mean, with how many bells I have in the game, like, it's gotta be a decent amount of money. Okay. Like, even if it's like 1,000 bells equals $1, that would still put me at like 80-some thousand dollars. Like, play for fun or complete games. You also speedrun easy games. Ah, yeah. Yeah. So basically what I do is kind of... So I have the one game that I'm working, like, focusing on 100%ing, which is this game, right now, Animal Crossing. I have, at any given time, I have 4 games I'm working on beating, which I also play on weekdays. So, like, Animal Crossing I play, like, every day, or at least I try to. Then, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I also play a second game that I'm working on beating. Although today we won't be playing the second game because I'm spending so much time here on the turnips, but... Or, yeah, selling the turnips, but generally we would. So, right now it's Monday is Blaster Master, Tuesday is nothing. Wednesday is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Thursday is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Friday is Lego The Hobbit. And then Sunday is, I do another game that I'm working on 100%ing, but it'll vary from week to week, and it's based on what subscribers vote for. Or occasionally I do a marathon stream where I'm doing multiple games from a series. And then Saturday I also run a Star Wars tabletop RPG, and that's what I do with streaming. In theory, if somebody subscribes at tier 2 or 3, they could request a speedrun stream, or at tier 3 they could request 2 speedrun streams, but yeah. But that hasn't really happened in pretty much ever. So, I've done like, I think 3 speedrun streams. One stream where I was doing 11 exit speedruns of Super Mario World, and one where I was doing or 2 where I was doing all castles run of Super Mario World. All of which were very fun. Quite enjoyed them. Love to do some more speedrunning in the future. Eventually I might look into times of doing speedrun streams in some other way than just like people requesting them, like subbing at tier 2 or 3, because of the fact that, like, you know, I'm not really expecting people to ever sub at tier 2 or 3. So yeah. Okay, so we got all our turnips now. Our last batch of turnips. Okay. What kind of games are you interested in speedrunning? Because even though I haven't, like, I don't speedrun very much, because I just done a few of Super Mario World and such, but I love watching people do speedrun attempts. Especially like if it's games a game that I'm familiar with and such. If it's a game I'm not familiar with, like, it kind of depends. Like, platformers are generally like fun to watch even if I'm not familiar with the platformer in question. Something like an RPG, that I don't have to be actually familiar with the game for it to be interesting, but yeah. Weirdly, I love, like, and I mean, it is a game I'm familiar with, but I love Animal Crossing speedruns. It's just, because it's just such a random thing. But I just find Animal Crossing streams super fun to watch. Okay. A lot of people are even surprised. Like, speedrunning Animal Crossing, how is that a thing? But it is. Favorite Animal Crossing game? By default, it's this one. I've only played this one and Pocket Camp, but that's, you know, a spin-off. This is the only main Animal Crossing I've played, so it wins by default. WarioWare speedrun free when Mario games. Nice, yeah, I love Mario speedruns. WarioWare I've never seen speedruns of, although, like, and I've barely actually, like, I of course know of WarioWare. I have at least one WarioWare game, but I haven't spent much time actually playing it. But yeah. Yeah, Mario is definitely, the Mario series is, like, almost, like, made to be speedrun. Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely watched people speedrun well Super Mario World, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Galaxy, Galaxy 2, Odyssey. Probably Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3. I've probably watched people speedrun them at some point. But, yeah. I think 64 and Odyssey are probably the ones that I watch speedruns of the most. Okay. Go, and what do we still have here? Our last batch of turnips. Oh, feels so good to have all these turnips sold. Like to sell. What time are we at? 6? Okay. So what I'm going to do, actually, wait. No, we'll figure that out in a second. Okay, so what we're going to do, I can close that now. We don't need to be concerned with that. So back to my standard percentage list. Okay, so I think game audio is a little off again. Just give me a second. That should be better. I'll show you those two up here, so it's just in a nice line. Okay, let's go grab my stuff again. I think I dropped it over here. This goes here, and this goes here. Ivy paper goes there. Net goes here. Ribbon paper goes there. Fishing rod actually goes here. Shovel goes in my hands. And then we're going to grab another set of stationery before we leave, because I like to always, at the end of, I always have like 3 stacks of stationery there. And the Nooks of my main town is currently closed because there's going to be a special sale in like 45 minutes or so. What am I doing? I don't need to talk to you. So what did we have? Ivy and ribbon. So what do we want as our other stationery? Polka dot? Probably not, unless there's nothing better. Sunset, I think it's winning out over Polka Dot. We can still do better. Horsetail, I think Sunset's still the best. Sure, let's go with the Woodland Paper. Okay, there we go. Then I think we are done here, so as for all of this money still in, just lying on the ground here, what we're going to be doing is, because yeah, that's 3 acres completely full of it, and then the chunk over here as well. So what we'll be doing is pretty much every time I visit the town for the next while, will be emptying out my inventory beforehand, so I can just carry as much as I can back with me. But we're not going to be doing like multiple, you know, not going to be doing multiple trips in a day unless we're doing that for other reasons. A lot of saving it has to do here because it has to save all my money lying on the ground there. So I suppose, what was I guess supposing? If we have time sometime in the next little bit while we still have all this money, 'cause at the moment we have 3 characters here in Praetorius, my secondary town. If we have time, maybe make a 4th character, and then can pay off like like all of their debts potentially, just with money lying on the ground there. We'll see how it goes. See what we decide. Yeah. And yeah. Never played this Animal Crossing? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's the original for the GameCube. It's a fun one, but a lot of people didn't play it for various reasons either. They didn't know it at the time, or weren't playing games at the time, or various other reasons and such. But I very much enjoy it. It's one I played when I was younger, and I'm playing again now. Okay, who moved out after that trip, and did anyone move in? Pecan moved in, so we have a new villager. Wait, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Somebody did move out. Who moved out? Bubbles Cat. Wart Jr. moved out. Oh. And Pecan moved in. Okay. So now Nooks is closed at the moment. Yep. 1-day sale today only. But it's just carpets. We don't need any carpets they're going to have there. So. Let's go and first of all, let's save some letters. So, oh wait. No, first of all, let's make a deposit of almost all the money. Then let's take this money out of the presents. Now let's save a letter. So one of the things I'm doing with this 100% playthrough is I'm trying to get every villager to live in this town at some point. So let us go and since Daisy hasn't lived here, let us remove her from the list. So all this text that is too small to read at the moment because the list is so long is the list of all the villagers that have not yet lived here. And we're also storing one letter from each. So let's see. Daisy should go right there. Which does mean we have to shift over a bunch of letters whenever somebody early in the alphabet moves in, since it's all alphabetical for, you know, ease of organization. Okay. Wait, Maddie. Yeah. Actually, double tapped A. Then we just have to make sure I fixed my mistake. One of these days I do need to actually go through checking each name individually to make sure I haven't made any kind of mistake at any point like that and not caught it. Yeah, the other letter we have up there is for Tybalt, who is closer to the end, which is why I did Daisy first, because I'm like, okay, if we do Tybalt first, then there's an extra one we have to move when we do Daisy. If we do Daisy first, it doesn't, you know, affect how many we have to move for Tybalt. So it only made sense. Oh, War Junior, Vladimir, yeah. And now Tybalt, who let's also remove him from the list. And he should be just on the second last page here somewhere. T-Bone. No, T, because it's T-Y, so maybe right there. So very last one on that page, even. Yeah, very close to the end. Okay. And let us resize that list. Eventually it'll actually be readable on stream. How long did this take? I created this village in January 1st. So I've been working on it. So I've been working at this since January 1st of this year. And let's see here. So 106, which we have 104 villagers marked down, so that's up by 2, so that makes sense. 106 out of 218. Check my calculator. 106 divided by 218 equals 49%. We are so close to the halfway point of having every villager living in this town at some point. Close to the halfway point. Yeah, we also only like remove the villager from the list and update my number would actually save a letter. Although that actually, though, we did have a new villager who we should go introduce ourselves to and then send them a letter welcoming them. And yeah. Yes, right over here. Hey, Pecan. Yelly von Hollerlots. So let us write a letter. And no worry about not talking. Lurkers are always welcome here. You know, it's awesome when people chat. It's also awesome when people just, you know, watch and lurk. Whatever you want to do. Okay. And let us go and send that letter, as well as put another 30,000 into my savings. Because I always like to end with 30,000 in just 30,000 in my wallet, put everything else into savings. Well, that also puts us back above 72 million in our savings. Yeah, and we're not done quite yet. I'm just done with anything that's going to involve money. So yeah, because we are going to do a round of balloon fights. So for me, part of 100%ing this game also means 100%ing all the NES games within this game. All 19 of them. That's why you see at the bottom there, which says NES games 0 to 19, 0%. It's not about collecting them because they're furniture. I clearly have a bunch. It's about 100%ing each of them. Yeah. So... well, and I referring to my 72 million, yeah. And with all the money I still have on the ground in my other town, I estimate I have close to 90 million in total. So let's do a round of balloon fight here, which we're working on 100%ing, which basically means, for me, 100%ing means, so when I beat this, you'll see, this is phase 1. Oh, it's gonna just go there. So up at the top, under the top score, says phase 2, so that's like basically the level or whatever. It's an endless game, but I'm basically going for when the phase number loops around back to 01, which I assume is after 99. That's why you see below me. Ooh, crap. 41 out of 99, question mark. Because that's the furthest I've gotten is up to phase 41. Oh, I also want to max out the, or loop, or not max out, technically, roll over, because, like, the number rolls over to 0, the score. But considering how high my top score is, it's gonna roll over long before I roll over the, phase counter, so... it's not really something to worry about. And I want to do that all with the max lives, which is 2 lives, because that's what you start with and you can't get any more. So yeah. Now you saw earlier where I lost a balloon and then it came back. So if you lose 1 balloon, you're fine, you don't die. If you lose a 2nd balloon, you die. Certain things will kill you instantly, lightning and landing in the water, or getting eaten by the fish if you get too close to the water, potentially. But like the enemies here, they'll just like knock out a single balloon, but if, you know, so it takes 2 hits from them to kill you. But if you get to the bonus stage, if you only have 1 balloon, you get your 2nd one back. There's no way to get additional lives though, so yeah. Phase 6. And there's a bonus round every 3 phase, after every 3rd phase. So this is phase 6, which means, and that's a number that's divisible by 3, which means we're going to get a bonus after this one. And yeah, play the minigame version of this on Nintendo Land. Oh yeah, Nintendo Land does have one of the attractions being based on this. I think it's been a while since I've played Nintendo Land, but I think the balloon fight attraction was more specifically based on the balloon fight mode from this game, not the main mode which I'm playing here. And I do want to be... Did I get all of them? Yes, I did. I do want to be, you know, for balloon trip mode, my only goal is just getting the score to roll over, because you don't have lives, you don't have phases, it's just an endlessly scrolling level, so all that is getting the score to roll over. A lot simpler, but not necessarily easier. Yeah. Yeah, Nintendo Land is definitely a game I need to be playing on stream eventually. Because it is definitely a fun game, which I have not played since, like, you know, in several years. Phase 9. So once again, bonus round after this. Ah, get out of there, get out of there. When a cloud starts glowing, that means lightning's coming. As you may recall, I mentioned that lightning is instant kill. So when the cloud starts glowing, I start going, is my rule. How well I listen to that rule varies, but it's the rule I try to live by. Ooh, this is... Okay. Had a bit of trickiness there, but we got through it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Another perfect. Awesome. That's what I like to see. Perfect for you, perfect for me. Phase 10. And another level down, phase 11. Yeah, it definitely gets harder as you go on, because you'll notice, like, already, like, stuff starts going faster, like the enemies are in the air a lot faster at the start. The clouds will start creating lightning sooner, lightning will start moving faster, and such. So that's very much an endurance thing of just trying to last as long as you can. Yeah, at this point, it's not too hard yet, for me at least, because I've, you know, played it a lot, so... Like, overall, it isn't even, like... There's no point... Well, there's individual points where it's, like, gets difficult, where I'm in, like, tricky situations, but, like, I wouldn't say at any point, like, I wouldn't consider any individual level hard, or that hard, so much as just, like, going through so many of them without messing up at all is where the difficulty comes in for me. It's an endurance thing, right? Because it's definitely easy to, like, just mess up a little bit here or there, and yeah, and end everything. Phase. But yeah, that's of course in part because of the fact that I played it so much that I've got a lot of practice in to reach that point. Because I definitely used to find, like, even, like, this point, like, hard. Whereas now it's like, okay, this part is kind of just, like, I know what, like, which isn't to say I won't still occasionally mess up this early. Like, we've definitely had some cases in the past. Go routine. No worries, no worries. Thanks for hanging out, and have a good rest of your day. Nice. Another bonus round again already. Yeah. See you around. Thanks again for stopping by and chatting. And hopefully you figure out what you need for streaming yourself eventually. Hey, another perfect. Super bonus. Getting perfect on these bonus rounds isn't part of my requirement for my personal 100%, but it is nice to do. Let's see. Phase 16. Nice and smooth. Phase 17. Awesome, awesome. Phase 18. Another bonus round coming your way. And another perfect. That is what I like to see. Awesome. What are we up to now? Phase 19. No, that was my bad. That should not have. I should have got out of there sooner. And then it was when I was trying to get out of there that I went the wrong way. So this is not my 100% run. We have lost a life, but we'll still see how far we can get. Just crap. Because we need the practice regardless. Phase 21. And we got our balloon back. And missed one. Made a mistake there, which is why that happened. The one point where I just kept going straight when I should have turned around. Phase 22. Hey, sorry, left. Just got off work. No worries, no worries. You know, only one that's required to be here is me. Yeah, welcome back. Hope, Sorry if I go quiet for a bit here while I'm just dodging lightning. Ooh. Barely dodged that one. Okay, yeah. What was I saying? Hopefully work was good, or at least not bad. Ooh. Ah, crap. It's been going well. Managed to sell my turnips today, so I am a heck of a lot richer. Also, Red had one of the few things I still needed from him, the backyard pool. So now the only piece of furniture I still need from Red is the blue bed, which is awesome. Yeah, it was in my secondary town that I sold the turnips, so most of the money is still just lying on the ground in said town, which I'll just be slowly moving back, as pretty much every time I travel there, I'll travel back with a full inventory's worth of money. But, basically I estimate I'm close to 90 million bells now. Not quite at 90, I don't think, but close. And now we're just doing a round of balloon fight here to see what we can do. I've already died twice, so this isn't my 100% run, because that is deathless. That's so many, yep. Yeah. Oof. Ah, crap. No. And that's the end of it. Okay. That's a game over. That's fine. We'll get it eventually. And kind of hate to do this just after you've returned, but we are ending stream here. But we're gonna go raid somebody, so if y'all want to stick around for that, that'd be awesome. And yeah. So let us go and find out who is live and who we want to go and raid. Okay. A lot of people are live. Okay, so could raid somebody playing Mario Kart 8 or Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Ooh, Super Mario Odyssey. We could raid somebody playing Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah, I think we're going to raid one of those people. So if you have a preference for any of those games I just mentioned, let me know in chat. Otherwise, I'll decide myself who we're going to go and raid. And yeah, I'll be back hopefully tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time with Animal Crossing, followed by Lego The Hobbit. But we'll see. Because I do have to do grocery shopping after work tomorrow, so if it ends up being another stream that's slightly later or something, we'll see. And then Saturday should be Star Wars RPG at 6 p.m. with Animal Crossing after. Sunday, CyberQuest Sunday stream at 4 p.m. Currently looking like Pokemon Blue, Animal Crossing after that. Next week, weekday streams should all be 3 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Monday, Animal Crossing followed by Blaster Master. Tuesdays, just Animal Crossing. Wednesday Animal Crossing, followed by Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Next Thursday there probably won't be a stream because I'm getting my second dose of the COVID vaccine that day. We'll see. There might be a shorter stream later, but I'm gonna say probably not. So yeah. And yeah, that's stream scheduled for next week. Oh, your friend is streaming. I generally prefer to raid people that I already know. Just my preference is to raid people I already know and such. But yeah. So I think what we're going to do is go raid. Where did I see them? One of my plant army. Let me actually just make sure. Yeah, she hasn't even been streaming for an hour. So one of my plant army teammates, Blonde Avocado, playing Super Mario Odyssey. Awesome streamer, playing an awesome game. So going to join me on the raid. Copy and paste that raid message. Join in on the raid, and yeah, and thanks everyone for coming out today. Those who chatted, those who just lurked, those who followed, those who auto-hosted, those who raided. You're all wonderful people. Thank you for hanging out. It's been a blast, and I will see you all later. Let me just make sure to copy the raid message myself, and bye.